Have you ever noticed that two people can have the same education, the same experience, and the same opportunities, and even the same ambition, yet one continues to grow while the other just feels stuck? It happens in our careers, it happens in our personal life, it happens in businesses, it happens in relationships, it happens in leadership. Go figure. Most people believe the difference is talent. It is not. After more than 30 years leading human resources, coaching executive, partnering with CEOs, and helping organizations navigate growth, conflict, and transformations, I've learned something very different. People rarely fail because they lack talent. That's the myth. More often, they're struggling because they're trying to build success on a weak foundation. That's why I created the Roots and Rise framework. Throughout my career, I kept seeing the same patterns over and over again. Organizations wanting better performance without improving their culture. Leaders wanting influence without first developing their character. People wanted confidence without doing that inner work first. Businesses wanted sustainable growth without strengthening the foundation that supports the growth. Everybody wanted that fruit. Very few people were paying attention to the root. And that's where everything changes, folks. Think about the strongest tree you've ever seen. People admire its height. They admire the branches. They admire the strength. But none of those things exist without the unseen root. The root determines how high that tree is going to grow. The root determines whether it survives the storms. The root determines whether it continues to produce life year after year. People are no different. Everything we achieve above the surface is supported by what we've built underneath the surface. That's why I've built this framework around 4 pillars. Let's get into it. The first one is roots. Your roots are your values, your mindset, your character, your habits, your integrity. Everything that anchors you before anyone applauds you. Because before you can effectively lead anyone else, you have to learn to lead yourself. The second pillar is growth. Growth is very, very intentional. It's learning, it's receiving feedback, it's developing your emotional intelligence, also known as EI. It's building resiliency and becoming the person capable of carrying on greater and more responsibilities. The next pillar is my favorite. It's rise. Rise isn't about chasing titles. It's about earning influence. It's about putting your preparation, your experience, your character into action so you can make meaningful difference wherever you lead, in an organization, in your personal life, wherever. The next pillar is legacy. Legacy is what continues because you were here. The people you developed, the culture you created, the opportunities you gave to others, the lives you impacted. Most people spend their lives trying to fix what everyone can see. The Roots and Rise framework I created teaches you to strengthen what no one sees. Because when your roots become stronger, your growth becomes intentional, your rise becomes sustainable, and your legacy becomes lasting, solid. This is the first and just the beginning of what I will be teaching. Over the next 6 episodes, I'll walk you through each pillar of the Roots and Rise framework I've developed and show you how to apply it to your career, your leadership, your business, and yes, your personal life. This isn't about becoming a better manager. It's about becoming a better leader, a better professional, and a better version of yourself. Whether that's in corporate America or out of corporate America, starting your own business, whatever. If you're ready for growth from the inside, follow this journey. Save this episode and share it with someone who is ready to strengthen their roots and rise with purpose. Because lasting success doesn't begin at the top. Get over that story and that myth. It begins beneath the surface, the roots. I am Velvet Butler Mack, founder of Velvet Coaching and Consulting Group. Welcome to the Roots and Rise framework. I am so proud of it, and I hope you enjoy it too. Bye. Our next episode, next Wednesday. See you there.